Good morning. My name is Jessica. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy that you're here. Today we're going to talk about how death has no power over us anymore. And as we know, death is sin. So thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you're new here, I talk about all things spirituality, all things love, and all things light, and all things God. And so when I say that we learned through Christ that death has no power over us, and Jesus showed us love by showing us the Father, it is such a beautiful and liberating act where he died on the cross so we could see that only love was true, that sin and being of this body and the things of the material world were going to perish, and they're not the things that actually matter. He showed us the value and the quality of the person that we are and the things that we have inside of us, and that when we focus on love and when we give love, we are eternal. We are able to connect to our love that is forever. And as we know, God is love. God is the Father, in the sense that we try to classify God as the Father so we understand him in our terms. But of course we know God is source, God is everywhere, God made everything, and God loves you so much. And when you're an obedient child of God, you're able to really see his will in your life. You're able to see the beautiful things that he has in store for you, and you're able to follow what you love, follow your passion, be aligned in the way that you think, that you act, and that you serve. Then God is going to open so many doors for you. I want to read Romans. So Romans 12:2, NIV. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. God's will is perfect and always pleasing and always leading you to the best version of yourself and the best for everyone else around you. When you give the best of yourself, when you act on his will, you cannot fail. It's you being guided by love. It's you being guided by what you can't see. We walk by faith, not by sight, because as we know, this world is an illusion in the sense that it's not real, and that the things that really do matter, like love and compassion and nurturing others and encouraging others, that can all be very untangible. You don't see love necessarily. It's not something that you can hold, but it's something that you can feel. It's that internal feeling, it's that internal knowing, it's that connectedness with one another, with the not only just one another, but trees, nature. It's that connectedness with everyone, and knowing that we are all one. We all come from God. We all come from source. And when you give the best of yourself, you give the best of yourself to yourself as well and those around you, because you realize that we are all one, and you want to treat others how you would like to be treated, and you want to show them that there is another way for those that are lost. Because as we know, people in this world sometimes don't know God, and we get to show them God. Maybe we are the only interaction that they have with someone who is loving and who shows them love, and that can change someone's life. That can completely change people's lives, and they'll start to wonder and see that you look different. You're in the world, but you're not of the world. And that is such a powerful, beautiful message, because it's God working through you. It's God's kingdom being present here on earth. It's you creating heaven on earth. I love also Romans. But he died to break the power of sin. But now that he lives for the glory of God. and God is love. And of course, we know that when we live for God's glory, we cannot fail. We're so protected. We're so loved. We're so encouraged to continue to walk this beautiful path because we know that God only wants to bless us. And when He blesses us, it's when we act on His will and when we have the courage and the fortitude and the endurance to persevere and to push past our mind and to push past our mental limits and to go for what God has always asked us to go after. And it's about really trusting God, trusting the love that He has placed in your heart, and trusting the people around you. God always places and surrounds you with the people that you need in order to get to where you want. And this comes in every aspect of your life. This comes in career, this comes in relationships, this comes in sometimes God speaks through you, through people who you just meet on the street randomly, and it was exactly what you needed to hear. And it's about trusting God and trusting yourself. When it feels right internally, when it feels complete, when it feels like it just hits, when the message just hits, then you know that it's right for you, and you need to trust that, and you need to really believe that He is speaking to you, and that you do know the way, that you are walking the path of righteousness, and that you can figure it out, and that you are strong enough to move forward and courageous enough to move forward. Sometimes God asks us to really live courageously and to live in deep faith and deep trust in Him and in yourself, because the world is always going to question you. The world is always going to doubt you, and it's up to you to have the confidence to push forward and to know that God is with you, and that you do know the way. There is no double-mindedness, that you are confident in what God has shown you and what you feel internally, and that you're ready to move forward and persevere, because as humans, no one has it figured out. No one knows everything about everything, but we must understand, and we must truly believe and know that we know enough, that God has equipped us with enough, and He wants you to share your gift and to share your light with the world. It's really about you giving of yourself, and knowing that your gift, sharing your gift, is way more important. It's too important to not share it. It's too important for people who need to receive your message. There are people out there that need to hear your message, that are struggling, that are going through a hard time, and they need your light. That's what you came here to do. We all live in this beautiful world as children of God, and we're all just exchanging and sharing our own perspective and sharing our own beautiful story that we're creating. And your voice and your story is so uniquely yours. There's no one else on the world that will ever have your exact story, your exact upbringing, your exact thoughts, your exact body, look. You are so beautifully unique. God made you a masterpiece. He made you so unique, exactly perfectly as you are, and one of a kind. So it's up to you to share your gifts with the world, because there are people out there that you are supposed to speak to and that you are supposed to share your gifts with. And your gifts can be a myriad of things. They can be whatever your passion is, whatever you love. And it's about starting small and building that passion. And it's about working on your technique and being the best version of yourself, and constantly building that to share that with others. And when you do that, you'll also see just how much you grow, and how you grow in so much love. And you'll even see it in your appearance. If you take pictures of yourself when you first start off this journey of really becoming your best self and really just giving the best of yourself in every area that you can, and you see yourself a year from now, you're going to be amazed at the progress when you decide to commit to that, to commit to being your best self for you and for those around you. So remember that death has no power over us, that we are created anew, and that that he lives with us, God lives with us, and this is all for the glory of God and for love. And love always wins, always. I hope that was helpful. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.